Hey everyone, Chad. It's October 14th. Sorry, I'm a few days late. It's Thursday. So it's time to update you on how Big Bertha did at the weigh off, and I also want to just show you what the greenhouse looks like. We've had our first few freezes. I did clean off 2 of the beds here. Everything else is pretty much frozen. Let's get you flipped around there. I did pick the pumpkins that were in the pumpkin patch over there, so I got those hanging out. And then 2 of the beds, 2 of the 4 are cleaned up. But let's go in here and look at the greenhouse real fast, and I'll tell you how Big Bertha did, and maybe you won $100. So as always, if you like what we got going on, subscribe to the channel. If you don't, you ain't gonna hurt my feelings. So here we go. Here's the greenhouse. This year I have already drained my lines, so hopefully they are not shredded and broken into about 1.5 million pieces. So here sat Big Bertha, lifted her up. Here's what's left of the plant. Took out most of it. We did cut the vine from beanbag to get the trailer in, and it ended up working out because you're never going to believe this, but Big Bertha won the Fort Collins weigh off, so that's 2 in a row we've won. Got real lucky. There was a lot of great pumpkins, a lot of great growers at that, some cool first-year growers that I met, and the Wyoming grower, he grew 2 1,500-ish pound pumpkins that both went heavy, so that was pretty awesome. Big Bertha ended up going 7% heavy, which was awesome, and it came in at 1,676 pounds. So if you remember last week's video, that's right, yes, Big Bertha weighed exactly the same as the pumpkin that was right there, Miss Juana. So I've had 2 pumpkins this year that weigh 1,676 pounds. What are the chances of that? Somewhere in between slim and none. So that's pretty darn cool. The other awesome thing is I was qualified for my GPC coat. We've had a few people ask, what is a GPC coat? It's a great question. So pumpkin clubs are local, but there's also a national pumpkin club called Great Pumpkin Commonwealth. It's an international club that basically sets the rules on what differentiates a good fruit from a bad fruit and how we judge them and qualify them, get beanbag in there. And if you grow 4,000 pounds of pumpkin between 3 fruits, or, it averages out to 1,333 pounds per pumpkins. I heard a weird noise out there. Then you get a GPC coat. Then I think in increments of 500, you get patches to go on. It's like a Letterman jacket in high school. So you get a 4,000 pound patch, 4,500, 5,000, etc., and then you can get patches for other things that you do or accomplishments that you're able to accomplish. So yeah, I got that. That's pretty cool. I'm excited. James Grandy, he also got qualified for his coat at the Fort Collins weigh off. Plus there was a ton of pumpkins at the Fort Collins weigh off. It was really impressive. So now there's 4 growers in Colorado who have their GPC coat, which is pretty darn cool. Some interesting news is that if beanbag weighs like 1,200 and change, then I could get my 4,000 pound coat and a 4,500 pound patch to go with it. I don't think that's going to happen though. I mean, I honestly don't know. I don't think so. So the contest is still going. If you guess the weight on beanbag, then you get $100. So I'll flip you around and give you a better view of it now that we can actually see it. So beanbag looks like you could set it on its butt and it would be fine. It's a really weird shape. So the normal method of measuring them is kind of thrown out the window. And I honestly have no clue on how big this is. It probably tapes if we were to tape it. I don't know, 1,200 pounds, maybe something around that. But you're losing there's no pumpkin all the way to the bottom there. So I don't think that the tape measuring is good. But there it is for whatever it's worth. And then we got that guy growing right there. I wish that was a little older because I could pick him, I could harvest it and throw it on the porch. So what's next? After this weekend, thank goodness it's the last pumpkin, way off for a while. So I really want to be a little bit more proactive than I was last year in here. I've already started to pick up all the irrigation line, get everything disconnected. I want to till this up. I want to rake up all the flipping tomatoes so we don't have a tomato jungle again. I'm going to till everything, water everything, and get a cover crop rocking and rolling so that hopefully I preserve a lot of the soil biology, because all in all I had a really good season this year. I have no complaints. My only complaints being that I didn't bury enough vines, and I could have done things to improve my chances at getting a 4,500 pound patch. I really think that if I had buried the vines, Miss Juana would have done a little bit better. If I had managed the plant, Big Bertha could have been a little bit bigger. So a lot of errors on my part that I can only blame myself on. And I'll alleviate that. I'll fix that in the off season with, just some things that I want to do in the greenhouse. They'll be fixed by spring. And then just being more diligent in keeping up with my vine bearing, not letting a tomato plant get the size of a pumpkin plant, and all that good stuff. So if you guessed 1,676 pounds, you won $100. So guess on what you think beanbag is. Beanbag is the 2118 Baron times the 2005 Haste. I think I'd have to go back and look at my notes, but it's a killer cross. It's a beautiful orange pumpkin. I wonder if I could somehow flip that on its butt, though the bottom or the top would look kind of weird. So that's all I got for you. Hopefully everybody's enjoying their fall. Winter has arrived, but tomorrow on Saturday it's going to be 70, so it'll be quite nice. I'll get all of this cleaned out and we'll start getting ready for next year. So again, everybody, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you so desire. If not, again, you ain't gonna hurt my feelings. That's it. Have a good one. See ya.